Hey, everybody, welcome to Healing is Power. I pray that you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Saturday night. You guys can find Healing is Power on the following platforms: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Tonight, I have a very special guest that I'll be interviewing. His name is Lavere Rice Jr. with Play Callour. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being on my show tonight. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, it is a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, I understand that you have a brand. Just if you want to just talk a little bit about it. What are you guys working on right now? How did it get started?
Yes. I honestly believe that what helped me start going on my company um, was, just this idea of creating our own thing when it comes to fashion, arts, and bringing people together through art. The
Mhm,
slogan for Golden Alumni Company is "A Nation Full of Minority Sovereignty." Um, Originally came up with the idea back in high school. Gifted a lot
mhm,
of pieces. Gifted a lot of pieces to family, friends. Sold a couple. And then as the years progressed, in 2018, opened an online store, and just started to build and get accolades of the brand by itself. From there on, and it's just everything's been looking promising. Do a lot of ghost designing for people, a lot of creative directing, producing, coaching, training. A lot we offer between myself and a few team members that have come and go over the years, but mostly just been doing clothes and doing art and fashion and stuff. So since as long as I can remember with the brand.
So, like fashion and everything has been like a passion of yours for a long time.
Yes, fashion has been a passion of mine since I was in about like elementary school. Like since I first could pick up a pencil. Fun fact, I'm left-handed, so I taught
Hmm.
myself how to draw. I would just look at things, and I love clothes. My uncle, he had a store in Norfolk, Virginia,
Hmm.
um, and at the time, this brand called Black Label, they did like some collaboration with True Religion, and they had Schmack, like Starco. It was a lot of cool kind of rock star gothic looking stuff, but and I think that hip hop at the time, that era, some of the stuff Kanye and Pharrell were doing, um,
Hmm.
a lot of the fashion culture was an influence on me. A young kid in Virginia, I
Hmm.
was in the sport, so fashion since a young age. It was like ooh ah, I was in elementary, doodling and drawing about what I wanted my brand to be, and I wanted a barbershop and a basketball or a football team. So I always loved creating in every platform and media you could think of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I tell everybody, if you have a passion, whether it's, in, your case, fashion, music, singing, acting, go ahead and just do your thing,
Yeah,
life is so short and we're only here for a moment. So, do what it is that you love.
absolutely.
Who inspired you? Can
Um,
you kind
who
of
inspired me?
to get into, I know you said, it's always been a passion, but like who really, was there anybody in particular that pushed you to really set it off?
I would say it would be my grandparents, my aunts, my uncle, of course, my mom. You know,
Hmm.
I think behind every strong black man, a good mom or a good dad or a good set of parents, so forth and so on. And my dad was in the military a lot as a kid, so that time was short kept with him.
Hmm.
He fought in the war and everything. So yeah, I would say my grandparents, on my dad's side, like uh, my grandma was very upkept. She was very old school. She was very like I guess you would say country, like meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. But at the same time, you got responsibilities. You got to get up. You got to brush your hair. You're going to church. You're going here, and you got to be on your p's and q's. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's cross the T's and dot your I's. So between
Right.
them and having the youthfulness of my aunts and uncles, and just their creative swags with how they were well kept, and they were much younger and into some of the similarities, and they would introduce and take me to do different things that mom isn't letting you do, because mom hard on. But
Mm-hmm.
mom, though, she always embraced me being an artist and just loved me expressing myself. Between that and sports, like she always motivated me like I was a student athlete growing up. So
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Um, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, you said you were from there, just kind of how was your upbringing and everything. And I know
I'm
you
sorry,
just,
say that
oh,
one more time. You're
oh,
breaking up.
I'm sorry. Kind of talk about your childhood a little bit, like, how was it, coming up in Virginia and,
Um,
you know,
my childhood in Virginia. So I was born in Virginia Beach,
hmm
um, but I grew up a lot. We moved a lot in the 7-5. Even the point lived in Texas and Arizona for a bit. My dad was stationed there for a while, so younger in teenage years, I bounced back and forth there. But 757, I went to high school in Portsmouth. So anybody asks me, I say I'm from Portsmouth like that. That being there in elementary and then like later on, it taught me a lot. Like it would make or break you. You know what I'm saying? And if you from there, you from the 7-5, you'll know it. And it's like it's really like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? I was a new kid a lot of places, and it was like, who are you? So we don't care. It was like, prove, why does it matter? Like, what I'm saying? Like, how serious are you about it? Like, everybody was always, I guess you can say, like, in the like this, I, I guess you can say, it was just like, you earn your keep, you earn your stripes kind of place. And, what I'm saying? It was very creative. I feel like, today we're seeing all the digital fashion and that artificial intelligence and the things that kids and so many creatives are doing well on pop-ups and having brands. Sorry, at the creative warehouse, they got packages
okay.
and stuff coming in. But I'll just project a little louder. I say that it would be. I'm sorry. What was the question again? That that
Just kind of, touch base on your, your childhood and, how was it growing up for you?
yeah. So I
Where
guess
did it all begin?
it was very inspirational, and like I'm the oldest sibling. I somebody has to go through the fire first. I have relatively young parents, and then they were busy trying to provide for myself and my younger siblings, my little brothers and sisters. So I just really just kept adamant at solving problems, and I would go to my grandma on my dad's side. I would go to their house, and I would get on the computer. I would get on the computer and I'm on YouTube. If it's basketball, I'm gonna go out and look at my favorite basketball players, and I'm gonna go practice moves. Of football, I'm gonna go practice that. Chris
Mhm,
Brown, or, Michael Jackson, because it got a lot of different genres with my inspiration and the village that helped raise me. So
mhm.
say that that part was just seeing things and doing my best to figure them out and navigate, and then ask people and meet and talk. I was a kid, kind of little talking to strangers. I was always around adults and people older, so it's just like it's been. I feel like my whole life has been like a cool movie adventure, and it's like I'm excited to continue to like see where it goes.
Mhm. That's great. That's great. Are there now? I know your brand is here in Atlanta. Is there any other places, any other states that you guys are at or thinking about branching to?
So I'm based here in Atlanta right now. I've been here for going into I had 3 Decembers here, so it's going to my second year really,
Hmm
and really very much so different than being in the music, fashion, arts, and entertainment industry versus being in Virginia. Uh, and I can say that I've toured before, so we've been a lot of different places, set up pop-up shops, and got content and done a lot of cool things in different places with rare sound. Shout out to those guys. And I've got to be an individual along that part. So we toured all across the states and looking to go international, looking to go overseas and just in other places. Definitely want to go New York, LA, and Texas for sure. So and Florida. So those are some places I would say outside of course, the countries: Paris, London, France, Tokyo, China. I want to go all over, and set up different. Can you hear me? Community centers or creative centers and just pop up shops, fashion, everything, art, music, and just do dope stuff all over the world. So based in Atlanta right now, it's really where we're building at right here in the community and in the industry.
Well, I'm wishing you with that, and I pray that your brand and everything reaches the places, that you say you want to go. I definitely do,
Thank you.
because it definitely put that work in. All about.
Absolutely.
So as you know, my podcast is about healing and how life can be sometimes. From your own perspective, the things that you may have gone through in your life, how did you deal with pain, and what can you tell the listeners out there, again, from your perspective, on what healing means to you and how have you dealt with things?
I have this tattoo on my chest that says, "My fear is my motivation."
Hmm.
And I can say, like, like I said, like being the oldest and experiencing things that were in neighborhoods around me. Every neighborhood that had the greenest of grass and the biggest of fences, the gates, things of that nature. So I was exposed to a lot young, but I think it made me the man I am. So with pain, I've I've experienced a lot of mental and physical pain throughout the years, and I embrace it. I work to overcome it. I work to prevail. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from a real good praying family, and just they teach you about love and respect and just hard work, and that nobody's gonna give you anything. You gotta earn it. So I really just say like my coach Zoe back at Churchland High School used to say. Um, you got to go through and face adversity. So, it's just overcoming those obstacles, surviving and adapting to my elements around me, what I'm saying, while always having to be myself. I think some people come short where they move and change locations or do different things in their life and their careers, and they don't stay true to themselves. They kind of lose who they are. So I work to, stay prayed up, meditate, and just
Hmm.
keep myself centered and keep grounded. And I got a lovely family, and I got a great relationship, lovely woman, and I got good people around me, peers now, especially in this space, some safe ones to continue to build and protect those mental and physical things. Hello, are you
I
there?
Can you see me?
It's breaking up. I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you see me? Can you see me?
Can I see you?
Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you now. I can hear you.
Okay, so sorry about that. No, I was saying, I hear you talk about that your family and everything's close knit. That's a beautiful thing to have that support. There's not a lot of people out here that have that. So that's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing.
and like my family is like a lot of people say they have a big family. I have a really big family. I know a lot of good people, and they're different portions, to them. But it's just like those moments and memories growing up of all that unity, and how big families got, and everybody has kids and stuff like that. So it's like you don't
Mhm.
make everything, and it's just like I have like those adopted families, but I would always say that love and respect and that people coming together and just like, even if you didn't have anything, you came together with respect, love, and laughter and just, making the most out of something. I just want to have a positive impact. And I feel like, the great pillars in the village of my family was to, embrace and embody that for me to embody within myself.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Where can the listeners find your brand? Is there like any social medias? Of course, I see Instagram, Facebook, any other platforms.
Yes, they can find the brand via at Golden Alumni Company, GOLDENALUMNI Company. On Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter at Golden Alumni Co. So that's GOLDENALUMNI Co. At Play Callour, you know, let's play call hours, play we can call hours. PLAYCALLOUR, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, um, everywhere. You just type it in Pinterest. I got a portfolio. Play uh, playcalor.myportfolio.com. You guys can check out a lot of the stuff they were doing, especially mostly active on Instagram. So, that's my place. So you guys can contact me, email, send me, check me out.
Now, where did the name Play Calor come from?
So play Calor, I can say, play Calor was something that I feel like, getting out here in Atlanta, I learned early, I learned fast. Is a real, it's true, and I admire the ones that have overcome and had success from it. I was going through just a rebranding phase. I would say the play part, is inspired by the 7-5 to a great degree, and inspired by everything that I experienced as a student athlete, and just being an underdog of life, overcoming like if it's a game, you gotta know how to play. You gotta know how to be the best. And with anything, you have a good system, you're gonna win. And a lot of these, sports or battles in life don't involve just one person. It involves a community. And I feel like in life, it's about sustainability. We're all plants.
Hmm.
Say that we got to put good energy into the world. So you want to make good plays and win good games. Look good, play good, feel good. It's a play on words. Color is the artist side. That's the deep thinker. It's like this cool, Batman, Bruce Wayne, um,
Hmm.
Clark Kent, Daredevil, Spider Man, Peter Parker thing, Dr. Jekyll Hyde thing that just builds on great positivity thing. So that's where it like really came from. Just rebranding it, creating the unlocking the inner me, aligning myself. So
It's nice, nice. Do you have any shout outs that you wanted to give out to anybody?
I would shout outs to my mentor, Mike Rocks, Doug, shared, shout out RP55, shout out Rare Sound, shout out, K Count, shout out my mom, shout out Golden Alumni, shout out all my friends, uh, 4K Gliz, Lil Q, Big KG, shout out to all the, all the creatives and all the young kids out there, looking to just, build all the, older wise veterans of life looking to just build. Shout out to everyone just doing their thing. And I say 2023 equals ball. So, just that's just going in and loving and living, positive energy to everyone, man. I'm so grateful to be here talking to you about this. So
It's been a absolute pleasure having you on here. I love to get everyone's different walks of life, their perspective on life, what they're doing, and how to stay positive and keep pushing for sure. What would you give a person that's kind of like in the same field as you that's trying to promote a brand or anything? What advice would you give them?
um I said Mike Rock's my mentor. I mean Matrix. Probably a drink. Shout out drink cakes. New sustainable fruit. But our company, sneakers. I would say what I would tell the audience. Um, sorry, could you repeat the question one more time?
Oh, sure. Like what advice would you give someone, trying to push their brand out?
Anyone trying to push their brand, I say, knowledge is power. Golden Alumni Company, play Calor. If I teacher tell anyone anything besides any Instagram post or any Twitter rant, any text message paragraph, or any long overdue conversation. But whatever the case may be, use your resources and just believe in yourself, man. You don't gotta work to be a gangster or something, or be a poser or be a snake and be poisonous or toxic to the people around you. And it's just like if you have toxic or whatever bad ways, just work to put good energy out. It'll come like Psalms 11:27. I got it tattooed on my neck. Seek good, good will come. Seek bad, bad will come. And I just say, just keep aligning yourself with where it is you want to be. Preparation, separation, elevation. You know what I'm saying? Of course, unity as always.
Right, right, absolutely. Did you invite someone else in? I see someone else that's trying to get in.
No, I was just sending the link for people to view it.
Okay. So I'm not sure who this is. Is Aries Diamond?
Oh, it's my mom. Shout out my mom.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
let's add her in. Do you mind if I add mom in?
had mom and had mom.
Okay, I wasn't sure who it was. Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I wasn't
I
sure.
am well.
I was like, who is this trying to chime in? Let's see who it is.
Yes, it's me. I wanted to sit in on the interview and thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Is that Zai in the background? Or is
Yes, my niece and my nephew are side by side watching you.
wow, shout out,
Oh,
really, man. That's really who it is. I love them. My mom popped in. Shout out Aries Diamond. Shout out, Zai, Israel, Aunt Teresa, John, everybody, whole family.
yeah. He's spoken a lot about his family. I love to see the closeness. I love to hear that.
Yes, that's my firstborn, my heart, my world.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, Zai, what's up, man? I love you, buddy. I miss you.
Love y'all. He miss y'all.
I
Oh.
can't wait to see your drawings, Joao.
He said, "Are you doing your drawings?"
Yeah, I'm doing my drawings. I'll send you some pictures.
Yes, please, please, love it.
I bought her a jacket. She's about to draw some buildings on the back of a jacket.
That's pretty cool. I was just doing a photo shoot with a jacket I made earlier, so it looks like a little twin doing her thing.
She said she wanted design just like you.
I love it. You design just like me, just like whoever you want to be.
He said he loved
Design like be better than me. So you'll make sure you be the best designer, creative, whatever you want to be.
Repeat what you just said, sir, again.
I said design like me, design like whoever inspires you, design like yourself, design like what motivates you, and you can be better than me. We're gonna teach you to be whatever creative that you want to be, and then so.
I will.
Is there anything else that's like on your heart that you want to share with the listeners? Anything that comes to, your heart that you want everyone to know?
Um, I say work. A lot of people think about the past, they think about the future. One thing I would want to leave them is don't forget about the present. You know, there's always gifts in the present.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mom, is there anything that you would like to say on behalf of your son?
On behalf of him, one thing I've always noticed and I watched when it came to him, he's always had a passion. And whenever he had a passion for something, I tell any mother, follow your children's passion because you never want what they have going on for themselves to ever die out. If they are
Mhm.
in, when he was invested, I would watch him outsource his work. He would do the design and outsource it for someone else to print. So I invested in him and got his own machines. And
Mhm.
I remember when I said, "Hey," I never told him what was coming. I said, "Hey, I got a packet. Could you open it and make sure it's not broken?" So it
Mhm.
really was just something for him to open and see. As soon as he got it, he went to work and made money within the first 15 minutes by going straight to work and then posting what he had. And then they was just like, "That's dope. Do you have it?" So I will always encourage anyone, never give up on your dreams. Never level yourself to someone else's expectations. It's not just the sky that's the limit. You can go above and beyond. And as my son always told me, to manifest and speak it into its existence, set the tone for your day, and always get up knowing you can be better than the person that you were the day before. And the only person that's in competition with you is the person that you mirror in that mirror every day. That's your only competition. Never look at what someone else is doing and match it to what it is that you're trying to do.
Right, right. I agree. Definitely.
So I think I'm his number zero before one come fan. I admire all that he has been doing. He has been a motivation for me.
Oh.
So, and he pushes me because watching him, I used to always draw and design, but never did I see myself putting my Aries diamond on clothes. And he said, "You have a signature, you have a brand. Mom, get to work." He said, "You did what you had to do for me and my brother. Now it's time to do what you have to do for you."
Mm.
And I respect him and I listen as if he gave birth to me.
Yeah. Wow.
I know he's going to do all that he said he's going to do, and then some. And then the more I know that, as God has always said, you take one step, God would take two. And I know that every step he's taken, it has been guided and ordained. So
Yes. My mother used to tell me the same exact thing. She's like, "You make one step, God will make two for you."
yes, ma'am. And
Yes.
I've watched, and I'm watching the growth, because when he first stepped into Atlanta, he had a vision, he had a mission, but he still took a leap. He stepped out on faith, not knowing, and look how far it has gotten him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely. Faith is everything.
yes, it is. Faith and being the believer.
Yes, I actually just did a podcast last night about having just a mustard seed of faith, and that's in scriptures. I spoke on that, just having faith. Faith is all we have in this life.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
And not never be a naysayer. Don't put certain things. And my son has told me, quick, Mom, watch what you say. Don't put it in the atmosphere. And
mhm.
that is real big. You got to step into the realm of what you want, and you got to keep rising above and rising above. And with anything you do, a lot of people say, I want to fall in love. I don't want to fall in love with it. I want to float in love. I want to grow up through it.
Right,
So,
right. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for being on my show. I appreciate it so much, and hearing your story and your brand. And again, I'm praying that you keep going.
and I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that.
No problem. I love to see people achieve their goals.
Yes,
Um,
we touching and agreeing together.
yes. I always had a passion for radio. As a kid.
Wow.
Yes, and I had a Fisher Price radio. I tell everybody the story. I had a Fisher Price radio. They had a little mic on it, and then I had the cassette player, and I would play music and act like I was a DJ or just a radio person.
Wow.
Yes, and as I grew up, I kind of lost touch with it. But when COVID happened, and I know this was the Holy Spirit talking to me, Tia,
Come on now.
get back into what it is that you love to do, which is radio.
And he'll present it back to you.
Yes, and I came up with Healing is Power, and I've been on here now for 2 years.
Well, blessings to you, and healing is power. Blessings.
Thank you.
Oh, I just got chills.
Oh, thank
But
you.
he'll bring it back forth. People like,
Mhm,
you remember you asked for something and you had a passion for something, and you
mhm,
feel like you dropped the ball and put it up. Because like I recently stated, what the devil thought he stole, God took it and put it up for me.
mhm.
He put it up. So, he kept it safe for me to come back and get it when he knew I was fully covered. So
Yes, absolutely. And I actually just graduated from medical assisting school, actually on my birthday last year.
well, congratulations.
Thank you. The medical field is another passion of mine too, but radio, and everything like that's like my first love.
And then giving other people the platform, the opportunity to be able to speak and come on and share their story and their journey.
Hmm. That's what it's all about. You know, a lot of people just don't know how to like release, hurt, and they don't know how to really release it. So that's what my podcast is about, speaking on everybody has a story, and your story can enlighten others out there.
I truly agree. I
Hmm.
truly agree. Have you heard of the lady named Crystal Perkins?
No.
Well, I'm going to send something to you. I'll get your information from my son.
Okay.
Crystal Perkins is someone that I'm going to look to mentor me, and I'll explain to you more when I reach out to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, is it Lavere?
Yeah.
I'm so horrible with names. Forgive me. Thank you so much for being on Healing is Power. Again, you guys can check me out on the following platforms: Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, along with Pandora. Thank
Yes,
you guys so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you. Special shout out to you.
Thank
And
you.
special shout out to Healing is Power.
Yes, amen. Well, you guys,
Amen.
I'm sorry.
I was saying amen.
Yes, yes. Well, you guys have a great night, and thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you both. Love you, fun.
Love you too.
Thank you.
All right.